Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In a recent New York Times opinion piece titled "Fitness Influencers Are Not Making Men More Fit," a professor from Baylor University shares a surprisingly medieval take on modern gym culture. Dr. Sebastian Langdell might sound an odd choice for a discussion about weights, but he's a professor of medieval literature, and that academic lens gives him a unique voice. He began the article by reminding us of Chaucer's line, "Here is no home, here is but wilderness," a call to look inward to the soul rather than outward to a flesh that can be lifted. In the midlife of his own life, Dr. Langdell decided it was time to get physically stronger after his friend suddenly passed. He rolled up his sleeves and hit the gym, hoping the new muscle would give him the strength to handle family form, BR commitments and to power through the creative work that needed his. But as he discovered, for men, the gym has often become a stage for competition, a place where strength is measured by how much you can outdo another. He started listening to fitness podcasts to learn protein, intermittent fasting, sleep protocols, weight versus cardio ratios, gym frequency, and supplements. But something was missing. The content felt empty, even as the influencers instructed you to push harder and push longer. He started to see the ancient Arthurian tales echoing in modern gym culture. In the medieval poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, a massive, muscular giant challenges a knight to a contest. Gawain might think he has the advantage, but the ordeal quickly turns into a moral minefield. The idea of healthy living is reduced to a dilemma of one-upmanship, not well-being. In the current fitness media aimed at men, the call to be stronger turns into a race against giant, self-proclaimed champions, influencers who talk about gains and whom the audience pursues. A handful of these influencers ends up defining what it means to be a healthy male, and Dr. Langdell points out that a lot of it is unhealthy. He listens to Peter Attia brag about drinking jet fuel or synthetic ketones to convey intensity. And Tim Ferriss extolling extreme dieting and fasting regimes. His critique goes on, the advice often fails a common-sense test. For instance, one discussion on the Huberman Lab podcast about the ideal char level of steak never even mentions that red meat is a carcinogen, nor that charring it increases the risk. In other words, the influencer glosses over dangerous practice and misses the bigger picture. The conclusion leans heavily into a return to medieval wisdom. Rather than measure ourselves against other men or giant archetypes, we should strive for modest, meaningful health practices. The piece urges men to appreciate staying healthy as a simple, balanced routine instead of an obsessive, competitive game. So, what does this look like in practice? The article is clear that it isn't about chasing every trend or every barrel of protein powder. It's about finding what works for your body and life, a balanced view that incorporates rest, nutrition, purpose, and a touch of humility. In the end, the author's personal journey reminds us that physical fitness, when paired with mindful intent, can complement the work of our intellectual curiosity. We'll certainly keep our eyes narrow on what you think about the intersection of medieval literature, everyday health, and modern fitness culture. Stay tuned, share your thoughts in the comments. Anek, you've always enjoyed long conversations that make a change. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next video.